So good day. The last group discussed what is web services all about. Now, we will tackle about the benefits of using web services. The first one is exposing the existing function on the network. Web services allow you to expose functionality of your existing code over the network. Once it is exposed on the network, the other applications can use functionality of your program. Web services are made possible by placing the programs or applications on a web server. Since the application resides on a web server, it can be called or invoke from any other computer on the network by using HTTP. The web service provides seamless distributes computing across the entire network as long as both sides know how to use web service. So that a web service must be exposed in order to be available from other web applications to comply with World Wide Web specification. Exposing a web service means that the program creates interface for it. So next, there are two there are mainly two ways to expose a web service. The first one is SOAP. So what is SOAP? SOAP is a communication protocol defining the message format to be used for communication with web services. SOAP is a base of XML and it is a W3C standard. The next one is the REST. REST is an architectural style that specifies constraints that, if applied to a web service, include a desirable properties such as performance, scalability, and modifiability, which enable service to work best on the web. The REST architecture works with the client or server architecture, and it's designed to use a stateless communication protocol, typically HTTP. So that's all in exposing the existing function on the network. So next,
Hi, my name is Lima Chus Suarez Tupan, and this is my part in our reporting in Advanced System Integration and Architecture. My part is interoperability of web services. So, web services allow various applications to talk to each other and share data and services among themselves. Other applications can also use web services. For example, a Visual Basic or .NET application can talk to Java web services and vice versa. Web services are used to make the application platform and technology independent. So the example of interoperability in web services is client can invoke a web service regardless of the client's hardware or software. So that's my part in our reporting. Again, my name is Lima Chus Suarez Tupan. Have a great day.
Benefits of using web services. Standardized protocol. Web services use standardized industry standard protocol for communication. All four layers: service transport, XML, messaging, service description, and service discovery layers use well-defined protocols in the web service protocol stack. This standardization of protocol stacks give the business many advantages as wide range of choice, reduction in the cost due of the competition, and increase in quality. Web services are based on standard infrastructure using XML to communicate across such standard protocol as Hypertext Transfer Protocol, Transmission Control Protocol, or Internet Protocol, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, and File Transfer Protocol. Because all communication is in XML, web services are not tied to any one operating system or programming language. Standardization is one of the important one of the type of web services is important. Um, Easier exchange of data, reduction in development and maintenance time. This is the diagram. As you can see, these two components are the service provider and the service consumer. And to clarify, service provider is the module of the component that does the functionality we need. The service consumer is the module of component that asks for it. The third is part of the illustration is registry part, which is the place or rule of communication organization that use distributed programming on the web or any other network used to create their own web service with their own set of rules, and whenever a service consumer wants to communicate with the service provider, the service consumer need to first to consult the registry. And as for the rules, that is needs to properly communicate with the service provider, and the illustration will explain. So in the first step, the service provider create a set of rules and store them in the registry and says, like anyone who wants to talk to me, just give them these rules. Whenever our component or service consumer wants to talk to a service provider, or better yet, service consumer, it is need first to consult the registry and ask for the rules that it needs to properly communicate with the service provider as shown in the second and third step. And finally, after the consumer gets the rule, it sends request to the service provider in form of XML message. The service provider receives the request to analyze that service and sends back to a response and that is the diagram. And that's it. And we will proceed the next reporting. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kate Recamata. This is my part in our group reporting. This is one of the benefits of using web services. The low-cost communication. Web services uses SOAP over HTTP protocol for the communication. So, you can use your existing low-cost internet for implementing web services. This solution is much less costly compared to proprietary solutions like EDI or B2B. SOAP means Simple Object Access Protocol. Is a message protocol that allows distributed elements of one application to communicate. SOAP can be carried over a variety of lower level protocols, including the web-related HTTP or the Hypertext Transfer Protocol. The B2B or business to business. EDI is simply the use of electronic data interchange for the purposes of exchanging documents between trading companies. Besides, SOAP over HTTP, web services can also be implemented on other reliable transport mechanisms. So, it gives flexibility to use the communication means of your requirement and choice. For the example of web services can also be implemented using FTP or the File Transfer Protocol. Thank you.